Because before you'd have to take off the entire mask. Now with the N10, all you have to do if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh my God, I gotta poo. You have minutes to spare, if not seconds. One day you're on top of the world, the next day you're just some guy talking to a camera. Hey, I'm Jason. I'm gonna do a review of the ResMed AirFit N20. But before I do that, I do a lot of these videos and self-help videos on CPAP. I'm the founder of freecpapadvice.com as well as a forum. If you wanna help us out via donations or just supporting us, you can look in the description box below. I have a ton of methods that you can use to do this. All right, I'm done with that now, till the end of the video. So, AirFit N20. Now, if you're like me, you might be asking yourself, what was wrong with the AirFit N10 if there ever was one? Now, if you've seen my reviews on it, you'll know that there is an AirFit N10. And typically lately, as of late, if there's like a mask that comes out that's the sequel to a mask, I'll try to compare the two so you can see exactly what is beneficial, what's changed. For this, I decided not to do that. And the only reason is it's really just one major change that makes a major difference. So the N10, keep in mind, this is the AirFit N20. The AirFit N10 did not have this swivel right here. Very important piece. So when you're sleeping and you're moving around, this little guy can swivel around, keeping you from feeling like you're tethered to the hose. So it looked more like this. It was just stuck in it and it would move around with you. So the AirFit N20 has completely done away with this. It now has a swivel. You have the diffuser valve here where expired air is going to be shooting out. This is a natural vent, so don't cover that up if you feel like that's leaking and it shouldn't be. Other than that, we have a fairly solid mask. Let me go over sizing real quick. There is a sizing chart when you buy these, but you have to buy it first before you have the sizing chart, which at that point it's kind of too late and therefore makes it stupid. So with this, you don't measure like overall size of your nose. So like myself, you would say, oh God, Jason, your nose is fantastically huge. You clearly need a large. No. What it does is it goes by the width. And so my schnoz is actually 1.5 inches wide, which puts it firmly in the small category, despite it being like, now the medium is 1 3/4 inches wide. All right, so if you fall between 1.5 and 1 3/4 of an inch wide, you're gonna want a medium. Below 1.5 inches and below is gonna be a small. And now the large, the measurement was weird. So it's like 2 and a sniglet. If you're 2 inches and then take a little wider, you're gonna be a large. So, and it's really anything above that, but you don't wanna pinch in on the sides of your nose. So that's the sizing for it. Very simple, right? 2 and a sniglet, large, 1 3/4, medium, 1.5, small. Blam, got it. All right, if you are a connoisseur of CPAP masks like me, you will look at this angle, and you will think copyright infringement on the Respironics Wisp. Dude, come on now, look it up. Look it up, tell me I'm lying. Other than that, that's where the similarities end. So what we found is the Wisp, I'm gonna compare it to the Wisp now. The Wisp had the same angle, but they had this little guy made out of silicone, and then they also had one made out of cloth. Now the cloth one frayed like hell and just split apart pretty much. And then with the Wisp, the silicone one would crack in these areas here. Okay, this has a solid plastic lining now we're talking about the AirFit N10. This has a solid plastic sheathing here on the outside, but on the inside, it has a very soft microfiber. And so with this, a lot of masks in the past, they would have like a wrap that you'd put around it so that there wouldn't be like the abrasiveness of whatever that was made out of, whether it was a strap or whether it was a piece of silicone. You'd have this cloth over it. Well, this, you don't need that because it's already microfiber, it's already soft, and it's definitely washable. Okay, the headgear, let's talk about the headgear. It's nice. It's headgear. It's comfortable, it's breathable. I mean, really there hasn't been much of an improvement in this stuff. It's already pretty good, so there's really not much to say with it. As far as taking this guy apart, it's really like two things. Pinch in here and here. So This is one of the nice things why I like this one, because before you'd have to take off the entire mask. Now with the N10, all you have to do if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh my God, I gotta poo. You have minutes to spare, if not seconds. I gotta poop. And so you want to get out of this thing quick without having to disconnect everything, right? So you just pinch in here and here, leave the mask on, boo, go take your poo, come back, and then you're gonna be tired after that. So pop it back on, you're good to go to sleep, not the other thing. Now this thing also has magnet technology. With this, look, you don't even have to clip it. It's like you don't even look at it. Watch, I'll do it with eyes closed. Oh, got it. Eyes closed. I'll look away. You probably think I'm cheating. Got it. Hey, with a magnet, it like takes all the fuss work out of it, trying to find it. And if you have arthritic fingers or you just lack coordination, dude, ballpark it, the magnet will suck it on. Okay, look at this. Magnets. I already have the size, by the way. So you size these babies once, and that is it. You don't have to size them anymore because, again, magnet technology. Whoop. Awesome. And look, you can pull, stays tight, but if you flick out, gonzo. All right, now last major thing. If you kind of see in the cushion, by the way, cushion's great. I have no problems with the cushion. They're still using the older style of silicone. So if you watch my video on the AirFit F20, they kind of go back to the stickiness on that one. Well, this one, they still are using like the one that's less sticky. I kind of wish they would go to the sticky one, but it appears they've decided not to. Not a deal breaker though. So this has, now someone corrected me on this on the F20 video. There's these little pieces of ribbing in here that actually push out. So they fall in this area, which is typically where masks tend to leak. And so it's pushing out against it. And so because of that, these little pieces in here push out, so it definitely prevents leaking up around the nose. It's awesome. Now, if you stick around, I'm gonna wear this mask with some air pressures through it so you can see what it's like and what the leaking is like while I'm on my side and while I'm on my back. You can creepily watch me like a voyeur, you sick. Okay, now a sample on my side with 10 centimeters water pressure. I'll try to dig my face into the pillow. Hey, do you ever just stop and think to yourself, I'm watching a guy with a CPAP fake sleeping on YouTube? I don't really think about it either. All right, so pretty much no leaking at all. And the magnets obviously make it nice. No leaking at all from the side and not on the back. I don't know what you could hear. Sometimes you hear the diffuser venting into the pillow, which will create a little turbulence and make some sound. But as far as the mask goes, there's no leaking at all. So let's go ahead and change our pressure up to 20 and then do the same thing with that. 20 centimeters of water pressure on my back. No leaking at all with 20 or 10 centimeters of water pressure on the back, on the side. Didn't really seem to matter. Now, if you have an AirFit N20 and you have some comments on it, whether you love it or whether you hate it, I'm very interested in what you have to say about it, so please leave a comment below. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you learned something about this mask. I do recommend it as one that you could potentially start with. I am going to say that probably still my favorite is the Swift FX Nano, my own personal favorite. Doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody. I also really like the Respironics Dreamwear, and I'd probably start with those two before I went with this one, and I probably even like the Pico better than this one. However, dude, do not underestimate the power of the magnets. That gives me the biggest chubby you don't even know. I really, really like that feature. I think it's awesome. And that definitely gives it some major bonus points. I'll have to use this a little more and then reassess after switching off several times. I don't know, we'll see. So again, if you like what we do, please consider, we have straight donation off our website, freecpapadvice.com/forum, or just the regular first one. You can also buy crap through Amazon using our link below. If you use that link, you can buy anything. It doesn't matter what you buy. If you buy it from Amazon, we get a little credit for it, and you don't end up paying any more for the whatever item that it is that you purchased. And I thank you for that. The other thing you can do is our Patreon. It is patreon.com/free CPAP advice. And you can join there and do like a monthly donation. It can be super small. I don't care. Anything helps. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Bye.